Hello YouTube, this is ThompsonAirway737 bringing you another video to the channel. This is another update for the 1400 airport that I've been showing you guys recently. I know this video, it's been a while since I last did the last update. I was looking on my channel the other day and I think it's coming up to 2 months or over 2 months now since the last video, which I didn't realise time has flown. I think generally, you know, just been sort of back at work, everything like that, since furloughs just changed things, you know, and maybe other things as well. But this is probably the biggest update we've had in a while as well. And like I've said before, I don't just want to be doing updates sort of as and when, just for the sake of it. If there's only one model, you know, may as well work towards the better options. Now, I'm going to be honest, this airport, you know, I absolutely love the nostalgic sort of feel, you know, going back in time, featuring a lot of models that you don't normally see on modern airports as such. You know, even with certain airlines, just seeing what aircraft they had back in the day and stuff like that, how the times have changed. Really enjoying this so far. I'm going to continue doing all of that like I've been doing, so all the past movements up to like the modern day. Now when we get to the modern day era, I may change things a little bit, and I know you're probably all thinking, oh, here we go again, or maybe you're looking forward to it, I don't know, but yeah, there may be another airport on the horizon. There's an airport on Instagram that I follow, which is actually 1/500 scale, but it's given me a lot of sort of, you know, a bit of imagination, a bit of an idea as to what I could do in 1400. So it wouldn't be as big as what I've done previously, and it certainly wouldn't be like this airport, kind of square. So the kind of idea, just to give you a better idea of the dimensions, would probably be like a 5 foot by 3 foot kind of airport. So this is 4x4, so if you add an extra foot onto the length and take a foot off the width, something like that, and it'll just be a very basic kind of layout in terms of trying to get better perspective for pictures and stuff. Now the photos I take with this and the actual videos, I've no problem with as such. But the window is right behind me, as you can probably see the lights projecting from behind where the camera is recording. And I mean, the airport will be in the same situation anyway, but with the lighting, it's a bit difficult to take pictures with this airport, with the angle I've done things, kind of. And this upcoming airport, the idea would be to have very much like a similar stand layout like I've done here. So on here we've got like 6 narrow body stands and then 3 wide body stands, which are sort of multi functioning stands, depending on what aircraft type comes in and what needs utilising. So it will be something like that. Then I'll sort of have like a gap in between, and then like a small section for like 4 narrow body stands and then 2 wide body aircraft for like a little cargo section. Now I've never done this kind of airport before, because it will be very basic. Everything will be kind of sort of straight, parallel. Maybe angle the runway slightly, you know, just add a bit of like something different maybe. But generally speaking, yeah, you'll be looking at a new airport. It's going to be quite parallel, and I'm hoping in that sense it might make the airport a little bit busier. It might be able to bring a bit more life to the airport. Now, during these past periods, you know, the airport isn't that busy. Like I say, it's hit and miss when they actually get busy sort of periods. Like this update, for instance, you know, it has come, and I'm not entirely sure when the next one will be, to be quite honest. And we like I say, we continue to work towards a modern day era where it will become a busier airport. But the way I see this airport, it fits in perfectly for the kind of throwback period, you know, through all the years we're going through. And then when eventually, maybe, I'm not saying for definite, because it depends what kind of mood I'm in winter. But usually that's when I do new airports in winter, because I kind of get bored, and it's usually just the time of year when I feel like doing a new one. But that would be the idea behind it. I've not looked into it too much, but the airport I follow on Instagram, it's given me a bit of inspiration, really. But again, early stages. I'm definitely not going to scrap this airport in the meantime, because I really am enjoying these past periods. Now, I'm sorry to ramble on quite a bit. First part of the video, we'll kind of get into the update again. I don't mention destinations or where aircraft are coming from, because I simply don't have that information for this period in time. I just haven't looked into it at all, and if I did, it would take forever. So we're just going to go through each aircraft that we've got in today, and you know, one by one, and then I think that'll be pretty much the video, really. So starting off, we've got this EasyJet Switzerland 737-300. This is the Herpa version, registration HBIIJ. I actually have two of these. This is obviously way before Panda released their 737-300s, but they are very much welcome as well. It's quite nice to have a Swiss 737-300 as well. It just adds a little bit of difference. Moving up, this just arrived. If you would have seen my Instagram post, you would have seen this sort of arriving. This Ryanair 737-200 EICJE in the Jaguar colours. Quite a nice special livery, actually. I do quite like this livery. If you're not aware, Ryanair did quite a lot of liveries in their 737-200s. Some off the top of my head were Hertz Rent-A-Car, Vodafone, of course Jaguar. They did the Valentine's Love Plane, which was kind of like in the Billboard titles, but still like a Valentine's Day sort of special livery. So they did quite a few, probably a lot more than that I can't think off the top of my head. And then taxiing out, we have this Britannia 767-300 GOBYH. I've had this model for quite a while. Unfortunately, this one that I have is not in the correct box. It is in an Aero Classics box, which is who made this model, but the actual box should be in a British and Irish box, but mine's just pure white. But, you know, at least it's got a box. It's better than having no box, I guess. And another aircraft, another livery, you know, it's iconic. And I think Britannia 767s were quite iconic, you know, along with the 757s. I think more so than the 737-800s, to be fair. If somebody asked me what would I prefer, I'd probably say the 767 for Britannia Airways. That's what I favour the most. That's pretty much it for the actual update itself. I mean, like I say, there's not really much to go on. You know, very few models. It's not a massive airport. You know, I'd rather make it look realistic than cram it in with a load of models. Just ignore all the stuff in the background as well. It's kind of like a storeroom where my airport is, to be fair. But no, it just gives you a general idea, really. I mean, work-wise, not much has been happening for the airport itself. Pretty much the same as last time. But again, you know, I'm just grateful to provide you guys a bit of an update, because I bet some of you are thinking, oh, it's going a bit quiet, you know, what's happening. But don't worry about anything. We're going to continue churning out videos for this airport in the meantime. Keep working towards the modern day schedule. There's a lot of models that I still can't wait to show you. I think in the next few sort of in the spreadsheet I've done, there's quite a few wide body movements, and you'll probably see a few from the past as well before this update that I've also featured on my Instagram and Facebook page. So keep an eye out for them at the end of the video. You will notice I've been uploading some sort of Microsoft Flight Simulator content as well. I'm not going to be uploading loads of videos on that, but if anybody wants to request an airport to fly to, or an island to fly around, or city to fly around, wherever in the world you might want me to fly, just give me suggestions. You know, it's The technology, I mean, it still needs improving in some areas, to be quite honest, quite a few areas, but generally speaking, low VFR flying is absolutely sensational. I've enjoyed every flight I've done so far, and I've done quite a few. And it's just so nice to explore the world, and it visually looks kind of accurate from up above rather than just textures merged together that we have had in like maybe P3D, maybe X-Plane, unless you had ortho scenery or whatever. Honestly, it's a game changer. If you haven't got it already, then yeah, there's still bugs, but honestly, the experience, in my opinion, is pretty damn good. Even IFR flying, you know, I did a flight to Palma and back, Palma, Mallorca, and it was enjoyable. The ATC did cut out actually, sort of during the flight. Not sure what that was. Supposedly something to do with the servers, something like that. But generally, I enjoyed it. You know, even if you actually ignore the ATC, you can actually follow the flight plan. I mean, that's the best thing they've implemented, the flight plans. I've never really been someone to get my head around flight plans, but the fact they've implemented that, it does help you out big time. And then your aircraft just follows, especially in the A320, because I haven't really touched the other aircraft yet, like the 787 or the 748, but I will do eventually. But yeah, overall, I think it's a massive step up from P3D, in my opinion. So yeah, any suggestions, just comment below, just throw them at me, and I'll see what I can do. I may or may not upload videos depending what you suggest, but we'll see. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.